Thank you for turning in to Good morning.
I felt your waves on my skin, just slowly sunk into.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to my vlog today. It's going to be my morning breakfast. I'm going to show you the ingredients that I got, and I'm going to show you what it is, but basically it's going to be a quinoa with different fruits in it, some nuts, and it's all going to be whole food based. Yeah, I'll show you what it is. So the first thing we're going to do is to fill up 2 cups of water. All right, this is cup number 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this to a boil. It's all ready to go. I'm just kind of cooking this in a random parking lot here, but there's no one around, so it's fine. It's like 9:30 in the morning. And I usually stand outside and cook, but not right now. Sometimes I just cook sitting in here. Okay, so while that is boiling right now, I'm just gonna fill up this little tea container, this reusable tea pot thingy. Okay, so now this is boiling. I'm just gonna do this nice and easy here. A cup is up to the top of the ramekin thing. Add some of this organic quinoa. And I just kind of eyeball it because it's actually pretty, it's pretty easy to eyeball it. Like, it's pretty forgiving if you're a little under or over. Yeah, and just let that sit for a couple minutes. And then I'm just gonna let this seep. Okay, so I don't know why I keep calling it oatmeal. So the quinoa is done, and I just added some sliced apples. So then I also have some dates I'm gonna add to it. I just ripped these up and de-seeded them. So yeah, I'll mix that up later. And then what else do I got? So I have, I really like these. This is almond chocolate cashew Chex Mix. So let's see what else we got. So now we're gonna add ground up flax, because as a vegan you want to really make sure that you have a good omega-3 to omega-6 ratio. And you know, just like those nuts, they have some oil in them, and that's high in omega-6. So this is going to counteract that, as well as counteract any other oil. It's going to counteract any type of processed oils that I might encounter in the rest of the day if I eat anything else that's processed. So yeah, it's really good. That's about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half too. I tried to track my calories before, but it's always too much work, so then I just don't. So anyway, finally I'm going to add the peanut butter to it. And this is by far the best peanut butter I've ever had. This is organic peanut butter, Valentia. This is just ground up organic Valentia peanuts. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. But yeah, this is the best peanut butter I've ever had. It just is super sweet, super bold tasting peanuts. It doesn't have any oil in it. And it's by far my favorite peanut butter I've ever had. And I get it all the time. And I get the one without salt in it too. You can get creamy or chunky without salt. And that's great. Sorry, the weather got kind of bad. It's now raining outside, so it changed pretty fast. But yeah, then I usually add bananas, and I have these, but these are like super unripe. So I'm gonna skip the bananas today, I'm sorry, but usually I always add a banana to it that's ripe and delicious. I also add raw Brazil nuts. I add just pretty much 3 of them to my food. So I add just 3 of them to my food because the Brazil nuts are high in selenium, and as a vegan, selenium is actually not very common in a lot of plant-based foods. It's in spinach and other greens, but it's not very high. So selenium has like in Brazil nuts is super high. So you want to just have like 2 or 3 Brazil nuts though, because from the research that I found is that Brazil nuts are kind of toxic if in high amounts. You shouldn't have more than 2 or 3 a day, because I guess they have radium in them. It's a chemical that's not very good for your body. It's toxic. Okay, so after stirring it all together, it's kind of what it looks like. It's not the best looking, I guess, but it's kind of just the peanut butter and chocolate that make it look rough. But so yeah, I use quinoa because I'm a guy and I go to the gym after this, and I used to do oatmeal because oatmeal does a really good job of like kind of soaking up all the flavors, but quinoa is a complete protein, and as someone that works out a lot, I don't take any protein supplements, so I just use quinoa instead. I think it's a little bit better than oatmeal, and not a lot better, but just a little bit, so that's why I eat it. And then I have this is a berry tea. I assume that there's antioxidants in this, but anyway, I just like drinking this with the oatmeal. I feel like it's a good, sweet, like, drink in the morning. I usually do this sometimes outside in the parks and stuff like that when the weather's nice, but right now it's raining, so I'm kind of inside a lot and doing it. But yeah, I mean, it takes me about 20 minutes, and it's really nice because it's super convenient, and it's a fairly, you know, healthy, well-made dish. Also, I guess I could say that I also take these. So this is vitamin B12, and then this is vitamin D that I take every morning. For obvious reasons, most people don't get enough vitamin D, and as a vegan, you want to make sure you get enough B12, because if you don't, you can have nerve damage, which can affect your heart and lead to a heart attack later in life. Same with the omega-3 too. That's why the omega-3 is really good for your heart, as well as if the ratio is off, you can get a heart attack that way too. Yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching. So since I live in my van, I give myself a haircut at Planet Fitness, and I tend to do a lot better job than when I go to any place I've ever been to. So I always just do it myself now. Even if it's not perfect, I always feel like it's a million times better than when I go out to wherever. They just give me just the basic man generic haircut, and I hate it. So right now I am trying to section my hair off into portions, but I ended up just getting it wet, and I found that was a lot easier to work with. And so this was after I cleaned up the sides, and so now I am going to cut the front portion. And what I did, I know some of you are probably wincing at this or cringing, but I just took a regular ordinary scissors, and then I kind of change up where my cutting pattern is, because if I go just like one cut, all the hairs are in the same, they're all like symmetrical, I guess you could say. They're all the same length, and it looks really amateurish. So if I just mix up the length just a little bit, it gives it a much more professional look to it. So now I'm doing the back. I'm just gonna go for a whole chunk, and yeah, I ended up going pretty short. I didn't even go this is all in one go. I didn't go half short and really short. It was just I just went super short. So yeah, as you can see, I am changing up where I am cutting in just in different spots. It's just a little bit to give it some variation. So I took off a good, I don't even know, 4 or 5 inches. And my hair is still pretty long. I'd still say it's a good 3 inches after all of this. So that was that. I think I have there's a lot of hair there. So yeah, I have one portion in the back I'm getting at, and this I was just kind of getting restless, so I just went right across, which you shouldn't do. I have had, well, I should say I haven't had many, but I've had one girlfriend that used to do this for me, and it was great. So now I'm shaving my beard, which is a big deal. I was not happy about this at all, guys. And so I'm playing with the settings, but nothing's working. And then I try, so I'm like, nope, that's not working. So then I try going the other way, and that didn't work at all. So then I'm like, okay, I'll try the scissors, and then I'm like, no, that's gonna be too much work. I'm just gonna try something else. So I tried just a different setting on my clippers, and I eventually get somewhere with it. But yeah, I'm getting a new job, and this is why I'm shaving my hair and my beard. It's because it's a personal banking job, so it's a very career, professional-based job, and I just don't know if I can look like a hippie at this place when I'm trying to sell people car loans and stuff like that, and houses and whatnot. So wish me luck, guys. But yeah, so this is just kind of cleaning up my look. I was not happy about this hair at all, cutting all this stuff up. So now I'm just cleaning it up some more, and it's looking a little bit better. So that's pretty much almost done right there. All I'm gonna do left is clean up the underside. This is quite OCD satisfying for me. Alright, so that's pretty much the completed look. I do take a shower after this, but yeah, it's a very different look. There's the back right there. It's super, as a guy, it's super easy cutting your own hair. I highly recommend it. It saves me a lot of money. I always do a way better job than anyone else. So thank you guys for watching. This was before the haircut, and right here is after the haircut. It's very different. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. Thank you guys for watching again. Just like, subscribe, and I'll see you around. Bye.